And we are back. I hope you liked the Scott Pilgrim video. I've got another one of those ready, so after I upload this, I'll probably upload that too. Anyways, before we start collecting Masakado's body parts, we want to go to this hole over here. Remember how they said they were digging for weapons? Well, we can dig here, but we can't find any weapons. But there is something absolutely essential we want to find here. Now the helping, that takes a long time. So I'm gonna speed this up real quick. Yeah, it takes forever in real time, so it's worth your while to just speed it up. And for helping this guy out, you get a Saturn pillar. You absolutely need to get that, remember. It's not important now, but it's important for later, so getting as many as you can now really helps out later. Saves you a lot of backtracking. Now, the first body part I want to get, actually I want to get out my demons for this one, since there's going to be a boss fight for this first one. Anyways, I fused a Nausea off screen. I also fused this demon known as a Turdak. It's a decent fighter. And Beetlejuice is just there because, well, there wasn't really anything I could fuse them with for anything decent. Anyways, to get body parts, we have to head to the various shrines that are located around Tokyo. I believe this shrine over here, I'm pretty sure this one takes us to a boss fight. Anyways, every time you get to a shrine, Bob tells you to go in. You could come to some of these earlier to collect some of the items if you wanted to. This isn't the one I want to be in. That one has a very annoying gimmick to it. The one I'm looking for actually has a boss fight. Let's see. Actually, I think it's near Roppongi. So, quick teleporting trip. And you know what? I don't really feel like editing this out, so let's just speed this up. Teleport, Roppongi, and super fast teleporting. Actually, you know what? That's actually a bit more effective than just editing it out. So from now on, we're just gonna have to speed up through those terminal teleportation sequences. Anyways. Oh, one thing I wanted to mention. Notice these altars here. These are important for later. They relate to the pillars. Their purpose right now is unknown, but make note of them. I think this is the shrine I want to go to. Anyways, Bob tells us to go in, and we go in. Yes, this is the shrine I want to go to. This is Saru Tahiko, and he has one of the body parts we need. And he's pretty reluctant to give it up. Kuni Tsukami. Funny name. Anyways, this is the first boss fight in the game that's relatively tough. The last boss we fight, which was Solar, had about 500 HP. This guy's got about 1200, which is pretty much more than twice what Solar had, so yeah, this guy's pretty tough. He's also got some pretty nasty magic spells, and all around, he's a pretty tough guy, but there is something you can do to make him much easier. Now, around level 24, either Ren or Shadow will learn a spell called Makahama. And what Makahama does is it keeps enemies from using magic. It silences them. One nice thing about bosses is that most of them are susceptible to certain status elements. Now, you see, Makahama didn't work there because it didn't tell me that it worked. If a spell works, a status-inflicting spell, the game will let you know that it worked. And magic isn't too effective against this guy, so I'll stick to physical attacks. Anyways, I want to seal off his magic, because it can be pretty nasty. And that's him using a special ability. I'm not exactly sure if there we go, we sealed his magic. From this point on, I can pretty much just auto-fight this. But I do want to show off something. I got a new gun for Shada. It's a machine gun. It hits about 4 to 6 times on random enemies, and it's fairly powerful. So, Shada isn't completely useless in a fight now. Hooray! Having a healer is nice, but in terms of combat, Shada is not that useful right now. Anyways, I'm just gonna auto-fight this for the sake of quickness. Take that! And as you can see, he can't really do anything because I sealed his magic. Regardless of whether or not you've sealed an enemy's magic, they'll still keep using it for some reason. Now, for defeating this guy, you get a boatload of experience points. Let's see, I think I'll go with some luck. That's getting kind of low. And lower level characters get more experience from bosses. And Shadow got 4 level ups, so now she's got a few points to play around with. Just to note, I don't really think I'm ever going to work on Shadow's luck, since I don't think it really does anything. I mean, critical hits, yeah, but that's not really something I'm worried about for her. Anyways, I'll increase strength by 1, stamina by 1, and a point to intelligence and magic each. And for defeating Sarutahiko, he comes to his senses, and he gives us the first of Masakado's body part, the left arm. So, 1 of 6. Now, the next 2 body parts I want to get require a fair deal of backtracking, so I'm gonna go take care of that off screen real quick, and I'll tell you where the areas are, so just hold on a minute. Alright, you remember that guy who said he had a head here earlier when we were in the Great Cathedral? Well, he wasn't going to give it to us then, but now that we know its value, we can come to him. Now, his first offer, he'll sell it to us for 20,000 Maka. That's not a good deal. Do not want. Well, now you've got 3 options. You can give up and get the money later, you can haggle him for it, or if you're a Chaos character, you can mug him for it. We're going to haggle because we're neutral, and that halves the cost. Now, if you're Law, you have to pay full price to keep your Law alignment. Now that that's out of the way, the next body part requires even more backtracking. So, hold on a minute while I go take care of that. And we're here. Remember that shrine that was all the way back when we were on our way to save Shadow? That's where one of the body parts is located. Yeah, I seriously don't know why they put this here. I mean, this is way in the beginning of the game. Anyways, this guy's the torso of Masakado. Though, I don't know why they put this here. This is so far out of the way, and unless you were paying daft attention to the game the whole time, you could really easily forget this. Here's what I guess happened. Basically, they took pictures of all the areas in the game, threw them up on a wall, blindfolded some guy, had him throw a dart at the wall, and the picture that dart hit, that was the area they were going to put this shrine in. That's pretty much the best explanation I can come up with. This place is so far out of the way, I just don't get it. Anyways, with that really tedious section out of the way, we can head back and take care of the other shrines. We already got 3 of the body parts. We're doing pretty good so far. Alright, now we're going to tackle that shrine that I saw at the beginning of the video. Anyways, this shrine here has it's a dungeon-like shrine. About 3 of the body parts you have to go through pretty much just some mind-numbing tedium to get. One of them's a boss fight, one of them's some backtracking, and one of them's a lot of backtracking. The other 3 have you go through these mini-dungeons. Now, the gimmick of this dungeon, the floors move automatically. Basically, whenever you take a step on the floor, it will move you in various directions. Now, in theory, you can run into enemies in this place, but I've never had it happen to me. I mean, seriously, when you're on the automatic floors, you can't encounter enemies. It's I don't know, you just can't encounter enemies. I guess it's a kindness to you, but whatever the case, you can't encounter enemies. So I've never encountered anything here, though the bar at the middle of the screen seems to indicate that you can, in fact, run into enemies here. Anyways, that was a trap, so I need to heal up a little bit. Anyways, I want to collect all the items in here, because there's some pretty good stuff that you can get. And since that would be kind of boring to watch, I guess I'll just speed this up to twice and play some music over it. So, let's do that! Happy, happy, fun time. Well, after that exercise in tedium, we go through this door. And fuck. Okay, not that door. Hold on. Let me get my bearings here. This room rotates whenever you enter it. That's annoying. And in here, we see Daitenchi Baphomet. Now, he asks you to leave. Now, you can leave if you want to. Because, well, if you leave, you can get out your demons. Because you probably didn't have them out to conserve mag. But since I have my demons, I don't really have any reason to do that. Anyways, this guy is way easier than the last boss. In fact, later on, he's a normal enemy, so if that tells you anything. He's got like 500 something HP. I think 560. And of course, when he's a regular enemy, it's way lower. But anyways, this guy is just really easy. I think that can solidify you, but it didn't work. And even if it did, it wouldn't matter, since Kerberos already went. So, did you enjoy my failure at puzzle solving? I can't believe I forgot pass and that. It is really easy, it's just so boring, I tend to forget. Oh, that spell he uses, Deikaja, if that hits you, it nullifies any stat boost you may have put on. So, like, if you raised your attack or defense, it would get rid of that. Anyways, another level up. I think I'll go with stamina. And Shada gets a level up too, and magic's always important. I'm Mahazio. It's not that useful. And Onamuchi comes here, and he gives us a body part. We get the right arm of Masakado, so now we just need the legs. But I think that's good enough for this video. The next two body parts we need to get require that you go through not really hard, but boring dungeons, so I'll probably speed those up too, but until next time, see ya, and I hope this has been better, because it's been pretty painful the last couple of parts. Hopefully it'll get more interesting in the future. So until then, see ya. Also, we got some head in this video. Tee hee.